ये देख उसने ट्रेविस हेड को 99 पे छोड़ दिया था हैरी ब्रुक ने। उसके बाद उसने 170 रन बनाए, मतलब इंग्लैंड हारी है 85 रन से। ट्रेविस हेड खतरनाक आदमी है, जिंदगी के सारे मजे कर रहा है।
If for any reason this is 4-0, 4-1 or 5-0, bye-bye Premier League.
For me, this is the end of the Bazball era.
See, Mitch Stark 3 wickets and Boland the final one. The Ashes are still with Australia.
You remember those cotton bowls in the second test, in the day-night pink test that Michael Neser got? And that was, I think there is a big role of Alex Carey coming up to the stumps in that, so that the batsmen cannot go down the track and they are just playing on the up. And that is because Alex Carey was coming up to the stumps to Scott Boland, Michael Neser, these bowlers. And that's why I think Michael Neser got those 2 cotton bowl wickets, which was of like, one was of Harry Brook. So, and like other was, I think, Jamie Smith or Ollie Pope.
Right,
so they were like,
it made the batters
at that
uncomfortable, no? It made the batters uncomfortable. It restricted their feet movement, and because he was collecting all the balls, and he was also quick enough to get rid of the bail, so the batsmen were always cautious that they don't, have their feet in the air or like step out, or so it restricted them for sure. So
in this series, I would also like to point out Labuschagne might not have a very big role with the runs, but before the series, everyone talked about how he would want to retire, but Australia is just not letting him retire with his form with the bat and everything. He has a 50.
Recently,
he has a 50.
He scored a 50 in Perth.
He has a 50. He's amongst those runs. I think he is like at least like in the top runs. He has 160 in his 6 innings that he has played, with 65 in the second game. And the first,
also
I'll tell you, Marnus's biggest contribution is his catching, which we'll come to later. I think we need to talk about Australia's bowling a little. England's bowling, we probably don't need to talk about because there's not much. We already talked about Mark Wood, Jofra Archer, but I think we need to talk about Australia's relentlessness of bowling.
I mean, yeah. So I this has always been the case with Australian bowling. Like, you have the top 3. Their top 3: Cummins, Hazelwood, Stark. You know they're gonna be relentless. They're gonna have all of the cards. Then they're gonna like Hazelwood's just gonna hit the length, keep hitting them until the whole team is out eventually. So this we all know. The major point before that first test was Hazelwood is not there, Cummins is not there. How is their bowling gonna shape up? Like, and against the Bazball, like how are they gonna shape up? So, and they bring in Ben Doggett. I think he's 32 years. I think 31, 32 years old. So they don't just bring in anyone who they think it's not gonna work out. So they bring him. He does a decent job. I think he picks up few wickets as well.
7 wickets in 2 games that he has played.
Yeah. So that's decent.
Australia's bowling is relentless. Relentless and disciplined are the 2 words that totally define Australia's bowling. So Australia always have a bowler or 2, not just 1, maybe 2, every session to put their hand up and get them through whatever situation they're in.
So Mitchell Stark, right? He has played all 3 games, and anybody could guess how many overs he has bowled it throughout these 3 games in a total of that. Like, could anybody guess?
Yeah, it could be 150.
Nah, I mean 150 तो रहने भाई, वो bowling डालता है, 150 over नहीं करता है भाई.
50 over.
He's probably 50, 60 overs total.
He's done 95. He's almost played 90. He's put 96 overs. And
I was going to say 100, yeah.
Yeah, almost 100 overs. Bryden Cars is like next below him, not in the overs, but just because of the wickets. Mitchell Stark's 22 wickets. Bryden is 14, the second highest wicket taker. He has bowled 80.4 overs. And then comes Jofra Archer with 80 overs. But Pat Cummins, who came as injured, he played 1 game. And can anybody guess how many overs has he bowled?
Oh, I know he bowled like 34 overs, 17 and 17.
Spot on. He has bowled 34 overs in 1 game. And like, if you could just say Jofra Archer has bowled 80, that's like 20 overs per game, 10 per innings if you average it out.
Bowling wise, Australia और England का कोई comparison ही नहीं था. अगर तू मार्क वुड को भी इसमें डाल दो तो भी नहीं था. दिस ट्रायो, इनफैक्ट अब तो 5 ही गिन लो. मैं तो लायन को भी इक्वली गोटेड मानता हूँ, एंड बोलैंड ऑल्सो, बिकॉज बोलैंड इज जस्ट लाइक, पोलैंड ने शायद 10 टेस्ट मैच खेले हैं, है ना. ही इज नॉट देयर फर्स्ट चॉइस, ही कम्स व्हेन वन ऑफ दीज थ्री इज इंजर्ड, राइट. बट वो, दीज आर ऑल वेल ऑयल्ड मशीन्स, चाहे वो नेसर हो, बोलैंड हो, वो डॉगेट हो. ये लोग इतना वेल ऑयल्ड मशीन है कि इनको आप ये 5 साल टेस्ट मैच नहीं खेले और 6th ईयर हम इनको टेस्ट मैच खिला लो, देख के लगेगा ही नहीं दैट दे हैव नेवर प्लेड टेस्ट मैच बिफोर. दे
And
जस्ट
this is
कम
the
इन एज अ वेल फिनिश्ड प्रोडक्ट.
And this is the difference between Australia and England. If you asked the question that we asked in the beginning, Australia values their shield cricket, which is their first class cricket. ये सब bowler जो आप गिना रहे हैं, ये सब shield cricket से आए हैं. मार्नस लेबुशेन को भी ड्रॉप किया तो वो शील्ड क्रिकेट में 5 सेंचुरीज बना के आया है. देन ही वाज पिक्ड एट ऑस्ट्रेलियाज नंबर 3, एंड इंग्लैंड हैव नॉट पिक्ड वन player from their county championship in the last 8 to 10 months, I think.
See, ideally, I would like to say, oh, with this Australian team, 3 stalwarts are almost of the similar age. They are going to go almost together, one after the other. Stark already retired from T20s, and very soon they will all go from Test cricket. But this Aussie fighting spirit, they can pretty much win from anywhere. And this was proven when Glenn Maxwell won that game against Afghanistan at Wankhede. If they can win from that, they can win from anywhere. We have seen this over the years, whether it was Mark Waugh की team हो, Steve Waugh की team हो, Ponting की team हो, Steve Smith की team हो, या अभी Cummins की team हो. They can just win. They know how to win. They know how to win from any situation. And team sport में ऐसा ही होता है. If Boland doesn't do well, and if Cummins and Hazelwood are not available, Stark will go on and take 7 wickets and उनकी कमी नहीं खलने देगा, right? बट बेन स्टोक्स जब एक तरफ 150 बॉल खेल रहा है, दूसरी तरफ कोई बॉल खेलने को राजी नहीं है. अगर विल जैक्स 45 बना रहा है 130 बॉल्स खेल के, यू नीड समबडी टू सपोर्ट हिम. जेमी स्मिथ ने करा, बट ओवरऑल ये 11 लोगों का टीम है, तो एक गलती करता है, बाकी उससे अफेक्ट होते हैं. सिमिलरली अगर एक परफॉर्म कर रहा है तो सपोर्टिंग हैंड देना पड़ेगा किसी को, जो ऑस्ट्रेलियन टीम में उल्टा हो रहा है. इफ वन इज नॉट परफॉर्मिंग, द अदर वन इज doing his part as well as the other one's part. इंग्लैंड टीम में अपना पार्ट तो, दूसरे का पार्ट तो छोड़ो, अपना ही नहीं कर रहे हैं. तो ऑस्ट्रेलियन टीम, you ask that, what's the antidote to beat them? It's probably, there's no antidote. We probably don't beat them. After being 1-0 down against India and BJT, they thrashed them. Right here, the scoreline, I don't see it changing. And to your second part of the question, who to blame? If England miraculously wins these 2 test matches and the final scoreline is 3-2, Brendan McCullum might still be their coach for this World Test Championship cycle. If for any reason this is 4-0, 4-1 or 5-0, bye-bye Brendan McCullum. Wait, Rajat, Saharsh, didn't Brendan McCullum just say that we were so ambitious that it almost came in our way of winning? Something like this.
Yes.
He said something
he
like
admitted,
this.
Brendan McCullum admitted, I put my hand up that I might have got it wrong. Finally, after 4 years, he admitted.
Brandon McCullum has to go. Just, I want to add one point, that if he stays, because of his selection, like he selects only the players who are aggressive, who take on this Bazball approach. Everyone in the county, in the domestic circuit, will try to do that. And that's going to ruin English cricket, at least for test matches. So if they want to do something about it, I think even after 3-2, they should let Brendan McCullum go and have a rethink, appoint a better coach, which will go with the better approach. On the Australian side, everything has already been said. I'm just gonna say that the point about over 30, all of their 11 is still valid. So if the top 4, the Nathan Lyon, Pat Cummins, Mitchell Starc, Josh Hazelwood, they all go, I think it's going to be a problem. We might see something similar to Sri Lanka, where Dilshan, Jayawardene, and all of these players or legends went at the same time. So that might be a problem, but I think that's still like 1 or 2 years far from us.
Yeah, I agree. That will be a testing time for Australia when this transition comes.
Yeah.
But looking at Australia, I think they will.
they will do something. They will have a backup, some kind of backup ready. Well, closing remarks from me are that for me, this is the end of the Bazball era. It was good at times when it lasted, when they chased over 350 runs twice against India, of course, I know, but it was good while it lasted. But sadly, it's got to go. Yeah, Bazball's over for me.
Yeah, and with that, we'll end the video. And hopefully, so if you like our content, give us a follow, give us a subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.